Hey all, just here again to demonstrate the movements and exercises in your session 3. So I'll whiz through those, so hopefully you'll be clear about those before and while you're doing your session. I have to admit some of the names of the exercises I also have to go and look up, because sometimes as trainers you'll know that we tend to have our own names. So this is the best I can do for today, but we're going to start with just side bends. So you're just going to keep yourself upright, and then from here you're just going to slide down to the side, and then we'll move over to the other side once you've done 6 to 8 reps on each side. Okay, keep it really simple. We're going to do your trunk rotations. This one you can kind of allow everything to turn around. So just pick a spot behind you on the wall, and then you can keep looking at that spot, or if you want, you can go a little bit further every time. Your bridges, your glute bridges, as always, the first thing we want to do is put your lower back, press your lower back into the floor. We'll talk more about that in our live sessions when we get them up and running. But for now, we're doing bridges, so lower back in the floor, and then we lift and down. Okay? A nice little thing to do there, if you don't do it already, is imagine you're picking a 50p piece up off the floor with your glutes, with your bum cheeks, bringing it to the top, and do not let go of it on the way down. Okay, just make sure that you use the glutes to raise and to lower your hips. Cat cow, as you'll know, cat cow, really nice yoga pose. A nice thing to focus on here is that we breathe in during this cow position, so nice deep breath. You relax your pelvic floor, and then as you exhale, you go up into that cat position, and you can draw up your pelvic floor. Okay, so just a little, come in there a little bit on that. When we inhale, we relax the pelvic floor. When we exhale, we draw up the pelvic floor. And that can be applied to so many different exercises. I'll try and bring it in as much as I can now. Trunk twist, the difference with this one is that it's a twist, so like twisting off a lid of a bottle, and you keep imagine this is your bottle, and then you just twist the upper part of the body. Okay, that's really nice because you can feel it getting into the spine, into the obliques and the core. Okay, so now we're going to go for Australian pull-up. So an interesting one to put in early on, but I guess we were putting it in as a bit of an experiment to see if we could be creative and if people had the facilities to be creative. But if you've got a solid wooden table, it will do the job here. And for any reason that you have a big bar, you'll see it in the links on the workout, but you can kind of be creative and see, can you create this? I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to use a rack, which everybody should have in their house. But for now, I'll just demonstrate on that a couple of Australian pull-ups. So these can vary and be scaled using your lower body. So you'll decide on how much bend you have in your knee. It's experimenting with it, and basically what you can take and what the piece of equipment. So if you've got a table that's not so sturdy, you might decide, actually, I'm just going to keep the knees bent on this. But what we want for now is for you to get some pulling action. And this is a really good way to do it. Okay, Superman is where you're lying on your tummy and you're activating your whole posterior chain from here, and we're going to come up. Squeeze. Another really nice opportunity to exhale on the exertion of that work. So every time you come up, you're exhaling and you're drawing up the pelvic floor at the same time. So prone, rope, lat, pull down. You can use anything for this. You can use, if you've got a yoga band at home, if you've got a t-shirt, if you've got a towel and so on, you can use that. So we're lying on the floor. Let's keep the head down for this one. So head on the floor. Everything else is relaxed. And we're trying to get that to come down. The back of the head. and through the shoulders. Okay, you can go wider with your top or your band and do the same thing. And down. Okay, so the aim is, depending on our shoulder mobility here, some people really struggle to come down over the back of the head, but trying to get it lower than shoulders is ideal, and just being able to come straight down, straight up, and then relax onto the floor. Okay, you'll really feel that through the shoulders, keeping the shoulder blades down as you do. And then scat push-ups. I think this came up in session 1. So from here again, you're basically doing this movement, but in a push-up position. So if it's too hard in a push-up position, just bring it up against the wall, or bring it onto a edge of a sofa, chair, something that's either hip height or knee height, depending on how you feel in that position. But from here, we're dipping, and then we're coming up nice and high. Think of it as a small movement, and it will make it a more effective movement. So we think of it as a small movement, and you'll get more range out of your shoulders if you can get your brain to think like that. Okay, so then we move into your conditioning bit. Step ups. You can literally step up on anything. If it's a step in your house, I mean, if you happen to have a solid box, a sofa, take the cushions off. Just be creative with that. If you have a bench outside, something solid, preferably. Panther hold. It's gone out of my head. Panther hold has gone out of my head, even though I looked it up. Dead bug, we know. I'll come back to it. Dead bug. In this position, and then we're going hands and legs down. And then you change sides. Well, the one thing that we want from you in that position is that your back, this section of your back, is pressed into the floor. As you lower your leg or lower your arm the other way, you need to make sure that that back is still in the floor. If that's starting to rise, don't go there. Just go as far as you can take it. Skipping, jogging, walking. It'll depend on your space and what you have around you, but we don't need to make loads of noise. I keep going to that every time, but if we're living in apartments and flats above other people, just again do what works for you, but there's no need to be pounding in this. If you have a garden and you have the space, then make it a little bit more intense by lifting the knees. And then side plank. So just to demonstrate side plank, from here we're going to go, here's your options. So we're looking for kind of straight lines, top of the head through to the feet. Another option is to bring feet to the side, depending on if you have lower back pain here, but just again at a place that you feel solid is the important thing. The other option is that you draw that bottom leg back, so you've got like a 90-degree angle at your knee, and then you're using that whole lower leg to take the pressure here. Okay, so that's a bit less intense. If you want to make that one more intense because you're in a conditioning piece, you can come from here and rotate. Okay. All right. So then you're into your cool down. For the panther hold. Sorry, the panther hold goes back to a movement that we did in session 2, but it's basically on all fours and bringing up those knees off the floor. Okay. To make it more intense, you could put in some shoulder taps, but this is about stability. So let's just take that off the floor. Yeah, take opposite off the floor. So you can make that as easy or as hard as you want. All right, once you've done your rounds in that, not forgetting about any of the exercises, you can go to your cool down. So extended leg stretch can just be really simple. Stay on the floor after your last side plank and come down, stretch. This will completely depend on people's mobility again, but in any of the stretches that you have been doing and will be doing, just think about what's happening in the spine. Okay, if we roll the spine, it becomes a different movement. Let's stay upright and you get a lot more out of that stretch at the back of the legs. Okay, back of the hamstrings. Cat stretch. Gone. Gone. Can't remember. Seated, trunk, and twist. So we're going to turn from here. And then last one is child's, I know what cat stretch is. We're turning here. Sorry about this. This is terrible. So you're going to sit with one leg over and the other. And then we go around to the side, the leg is bent. So we get our elbow around that knee. We turn. We just. That's a lovely exercise or stretch. And then child's pose, another lovely yoga pose. But from here, we're going to come back and just finish off with a little bit of breathing. You can separate the knees, try and get nice and low down. Use it as an opportunity to do some deep breathing, a little bit of meditation, just while you have those moments to yourself, to try and calm down and get rid of some of the potential anxiety you're holding on to in these hours and these days. So best of luck with that session. Hope you enjoy it. Sorry about the absent-mindedness of some of the movements. I'll try better next time. Have a good day.